All right, we're looking at lesson 5, day 1. So it's starting to factor. So with this, there's different solutions. They're called different things, so we use them interchangeably. So solutions are called zeros, roots, or factors. So those are the different things that you might see. So our goal for today is to factor these quadratics into two sets of parentheses. So our goal is to look at a quadratic, so the ax plus bx, or x squared plus bx plus c. So our goal is to find factors of c. So multiply to c, but add to b. Okay, so here's kind of a little cheat sheet of how we can figure out which type of factors to use. So if we have an ax squared plus bx plus c, that where both of my signs are positive, my factors are also going to be positives. So x plus something, x plus something. Okay, but if we have a minus first, so minus bx plus c, that means they're both negative. So again, if we're looking at that, if this one's a minus and that one's a positive, then we've got a minus and a minus. So the next one we've got is if they are both minus. So ax squared minus bx minus c. That means that one's positive and one's negative. And then lastly, if we have ax squared plus bx minus c, again, that means one is positive and one is negative. So we'll kind of use that guide as we do today's notes. So if we're looking at number 1, again, we want to find factors of c. So that's the last number. So that's 2. So when I'm saying factors, I'm thinking what multiplies to 2? So the only thing that multiplies to 2 is 1 and 2. Okay, our goal is for these factors to add to the middle number. So 1 plus 2 gets us 3. So that works. Okay, so we know that because both of these are plus signs, both of them are going to be positive. So x plus 1, x plus 2 is my final answer. All right, so let's do that again for number 2. Okay, notice for this one, for number 2, I've got a negative here and a negative here. So that means that one of my factors is going to be positive and one of my factors is going to be negative. So let's find factors of 20. So numbers that multiply to 20, I got 1 and 20. Let's see, so 1 and 20. I've got 2 and 10. And I've got 4 and 5. So my goal here is to get them to add to the middle number. And there's not a number written, but the number that's technically there is negative 1. So if we're looking at these, again, one has to be positive, one has to be negative, and our goal is to get negative 1. Well, if you're looking at 1 and 20, there's no way that we're going to get negative 1 with that. You could do 1 minus 20, giving us negative 19, or 20 minus 1, just giving us 19. So not quite. Okay, so if we're looking at 2 and 10, I could go 2 minus 10, giving me negative 8, or 10 minus 2, giving me 8. So again, no. But then we're looking at 4 and 5, and this is going to be what we're using here. But if I want a negative 1, 4 minus 5 gives me that answer. So that gives us a negative 1. So that means our 4 is positive. So my 4 is going with the plus sign, and my 5 is negative. So my final answer here is x plus 4, x minus 5. All right, next one. I've got x squared plus 9x plus 18. So again, let's find factors of 18. Okay, so numbers multiplied 18, I got 1 and 18. I've got 2 and 9, and I've got 3 and 6. Okay, our goal here is to get them to add up to 9. Okay, and notice they're both positive. I got a plus here, so both of my factors will be positive. So for 9, let's see, 1 plus 18, nope, that doesn't work. 2 plus 9, nope, that doesn't work. 3 plus 6, yep, that works. So plugging in 3, plugging in 6, and there is my final answer. All right, next one, number 4. Okay, number 4, again, I'm finding factors of that last number. So factors of 4 are 1 and 4, 2 and 2. Notice how I have a plus, then a minus. So that means that 1 is positive and 1 is negative. So if we want to get a 3, okay, the only way we can do that is with 1 and 4. But I want a positive 3, so my 1's going to be negative, my 4 is going to be positive. So plugging in 4 with my positive, 1 with my negative. There's my final answer. All right, 2 more here. So number 5, I've got a minus and then a plus. So again, looking up that chart at the beginning, that means that both of my factors are going to be negative. So I want to find factors of 7, and the only factors of 7 are 1 and 7, and we want them to add to negative 8. But again, they're both negative, so negative 1 minus 7 gets me negative 8, so that works. So plug in 1, plug in 7, and there's my answer. All right, and last one here, number 6. So 32, factors of 32, I've got 1 and 32, 2 and 16, and then 4 and 8. This one, we have a minus then a plus, so that means that both of them are negative again. So n minus something and minus something. And this time we want a negative 12. So if they're both negative, 1 and 32 are not going to give me negative 12. Negative 2 and negative 16, not going to give me 12. But 4 and 8 will get me negative 12. So let's type in, can't get those lines to go away. Let's type in a 4 here, an 8 here, and that is my final answer.